What's up, fellas? So, back in the garage working on the LTD today, or LTD, the Mustang, the trooper car. I've just been driving the LTD a couple times a week when it's not raining. So I'm getting fancy here today. I've got Brandon's Bronco. Gonna have it probably until later in the year. He wants to do some things financially, so I said I would take the Bronco. If I'd make the payments for him, but if I'm paying for it, I'm gonna drive it. So I got the Bronco, and in the back he had this little tripod set up. So instead of me balancing the phone on some boxes or on top of an intake manifold, I actually got a real tripod. So what I'm doing today is Bodywork, and Bodywork is completely boring and bad enough me talking about Bodywork, so that's why there's been no videos of it. It's very time consuming, very tedious. I hate it. I've been getting coached up from Kyle and buddy Herbie. They both do Bodywork for a living, so I've been working on the hood. I got that on some sawhorses back here. The back bumper cover is on the patio table, and the wife loves that. And then I got two stands here for the fenders, and I ain't even started on the front bumper cover yet. I've got the trunk mounted on the car just to try to, it makes it easier to sand it than when it's sitting on one of these benches. And then again, this is Florida. It's June 17th. It's our anniversary today. 36 years. That don't hardly seem like it. So I mounted the trunk on the car just to make it easier to sand. It's not the original trunk lid. That's over here underneath the other carport. This is a trunk I got from Roger. I bought some junk from him a couple years ago probably, and he threw in a trunk just to kind of get rid of it out of his way. And I had this idea in my head about making a little lip spoiler on the back of it. So I thought that'd be a good experiment, good guinea pig to try it out on that, since I wouldn't be in it for any money, and I could still put the other one on if it failed. So, like I say, can't be afraid to fail if you want to try something different. So I can take you around. I'll get you off the stand here, and I'll take you around and show you some of the things I've done that are in progress on this thing. Stand by the next clip. Alright, so there's the door. This up here's pretty much done. Been working on this spot. I filled that thing where they had the spotlight, and then the roof, there was a lot of dents in it. A lot of I think there was 3 holes where they had antennas. A lot of little things like this. I hadn't got to that one yet. There was one here and a couple up here. There's another little one up here I got to address. One in the middle, it was so, I don't know if it's the metal is thin or if it's like got a sprung, as they say, because anytime I try to sand on it, the thing would buckle. So got some door shims, pop those in there, and now it stays still, because even just the weight of the sander on it would make it like buckle. So it made it really hard to try to sand it. I took the sail panels off because I want to make sure I get some fresh rubber that goes on these things to make sure it don't leak. And then got this back here kind of cleaned up. Did a little test shot. So this is the color the whole car is going to be. It's going to be like a Florida Highway Patrol, only the colors will be flipped. So this will be like hot rod black or semi-gloss black on the back, on this seam going up to the driver's door. Then the roof will be black. The top of the trunk lid will be the black. This is the spoiler that I made. It's not like show quality or Kindig quality. It's definitely Tussin restoration quality probably. This back here is kind of done. There's a lot of little dents in the car. Same thing on this side of the hood. Just some little dents up there I got to address. And you can see there's another one I can kick this stool out of the way and not fall on my butt. Right here, little bitty one there. And then on the inside, hadn't really done much in there. Still got to finish getting the tint off. Everything in here is pretty much the way it was before. Like I said, it's just doing this stuff is really monotonous and slow. Especially for me, I don't have 100% clue of what I'm doing. I'm kind of making it up as I go along. So, like I said, the engine's done. I think weekend before last, I took the transmission and rear end out of the red car. So I had that Z-spec transmission and a 488 differential rear end. I took that out and I put in the standard T5 and a 456 rear end into the red car. So then when I put this all back together, I got the 488 rear end and the Z-spec will go in here. I think that'll be a little more conducive to what this will need as far as, you know, having a stock short block and a lighter car. I think it'll work out better, this setup. So that's essentially it. Like I said, I am making progress. I have got 95% of the sprinklers done. I had to run a whole new cable out to the one side, and that entailed a lot of digging. Hold on a second. I know you wanted to see this. So anyway, that, like I said, that entailed a lot of digging and a lot of tree roots. It was a pain in the behind, but I got it done. Once I got all the sprinklers working, then I found out I had a couple more pipes underground that were broken. Those aren't real bad to fix, but it's just a lot more time consuming, like I said, than but right now with all the rains we've been having, it's been the last 4 or 5 days we've had a pretty good thunderstorm blow through at least once a day. So I'm not worried about the sprinklers right now. That can wait. And there's not going to be any racing at the track because I guess they had a bunch of damage from one of the storms went through. So this weekend they said it's not going to happen. Maybe next weekend. Pirate is working on the car. The Ghost, the gray car, the gray coupe. I don't think he did any compression checks or anything like that, but he has got a different distributor and a different module, and he's bringing a different coil when he does go back, so he can kind of do some comparative maintenance to see if any one of those makes it run better. Like I said, I think it's ignition. He's got a buddy of his that thinks it might be fuel pump related, so he's gonna mount up a fuel pressure gauge and try that out. By the data log, it looks like the fuel is okay, and I think if it was going lean, it would show, you know, like on the plugs. He said the plugs look fine, so we'll see what it does. It's just, like I said, it's not going to be this Sunday, maybe next Sunday if the weather holds up. So anyway, that's about it for this thing. Like I said, it's been a month since I had any kind of update on this thing, and just want to let you know it's still a work in progress, just slow going. All right, so we'll get this loaded up on the YouTubes, and talk to you later. Appreciate y'all. Later on.